Everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I'm finally doing another loaf cutting video. I had stopped for a while because I am doing these vendor spotlight videos, and for those videos I have to keep a loaf because I would like to show what the heck I'm talking about. So I've had loaves that I need to cut. They have just been sitting there patiently waiting. So today I decided to do a Sassy Girl Aroma loaf cutting video. I have one loaf and one of these pies, and these pies you can buy from the pie samplers that she offers on her replenish days. These do go fairly quickly, and they are $30 in change for 6 different scents, and it's always a little bit over 30 ounces of wax that you get. Yeah, so that is where these are from. They do go quick, so if you do think you might want to get one, you do kind of have to be on top of the restock. So tools and things that I have for wax cutting. Now I have a lot of other videos if you would like to watch those as well. They are on a playlist. I do have wax paper. I was watching Notorious Liz. She has a YouTube channel, which I'm sure if you're into wax, you've already seen, already know about her. She's amazing. So I see she has wax paper, and I saw some other people, but it didn't really click in my mind to use wax paper because I was just always using like these dish towels and then paper towels. And I realized, because I was like, I'm not about to go buy wax paper, but I found some. So it looked so much easier when she was picking it up as opposed to paper towel. So I'm trying the wax paper. Also, another thing is, before you microwave, you want to make sure you take them out of the tin. Just FYI, you want to make sure you take them out. The 2 scents I'm going to do is Pink Sugar Chiffon Rainforest Sugarcane Serene Waters. That is this one, and it smells absolutely amazing. It smells like greenery, like a rainforest type green. And it smells like you get that a little bit of that pink sugar, and you get like sweetness, but like a sugar cane. Really, it really does smell like a sugar cane. And that Serene Waters, I feel like, is more of like a fresh scent. So actually the scent in all, when you smell it all together, it actually smells really girly, like a really girly, kind of almost perfumey, green fresh type scent, if that makes sense. It's a lot going on in that blend, a lot. And then the next one is Fuji Apple Cranberry Fizzy Pop. I've never melted a Fuji apple scent before, so I'm definitely excited to try this one. It smells good. You can get the apple and you can definitely get the cranberry, so I'll see how that works, but you also do get a fizzy note. So we will be cutting one of these later. A lot of people have been getting them, so I just want to do a video to see how we cut them. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means. And another thing we have is a soap cutter. You can get these from Hobby Lobby's, Michael's, Amazon, but Sassy Girl Aroma also sells them on her website, which I did not know. They are under accessories, and you can buy them for $7, which is a really good price. So a soap cutter. As you can see, I use a dirty soap cutter. I never ever clean my soap cutter. I've read that people run theirs under hot water to get it like nice and clean and hot, so it can really slice through the wax well, and that is an amazing idea. I am just way too lazy to do that. So I already have paper towels down on my microwave, and I already microwaved this loaf a little bit too long, I would say. I did 30 seconds just like this, and then I flipped it and did 30 seconds just like that. I did that a little bit longer. I would have done maybe 30 and 25 maybe. I added the other 30 seconds because I knew I was going to be talking a lot, and I knew it was going to kind of cool down, so I didn't want it to get too cold while I'm running my mouth. So also, if you've never watched my wax cutting videos, I do tend to like chit chat while I cut wax. That way it's not just me just dead silent and me cutting wax. So the last time I did one, I had asked, you know, I always ask for you guys to submit questions or something you would like for me to talk about or whatever. And Lindsay Love, she has a YouTube channel of her own, which she is amazing as well. She does a lot of vendor wax, but she also does do candles for you candle lovers out there, especially Bath and Body Works candles. She does do both. and she had left me 3 questions. So I'm going to go ahead and answer those questions while I ask. But I just wanted to get all this other information out there. I do like to, so this wax is warmed up, and then I will get back and tell you about this when I start. So let's just go ahead and start this. I always am so afraid that you guys are never going to see me doing whatever it is I'm doing. So one of the very first questions she asked me was, where have I lived? And both of my parents were in the military, but my dad was in the military first. So look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, so my dad was in the military first. He was stationed here in San Antonio, where he met my mom, and then they took off and they left, and then my mom joined the military a few years later. This is like so soft, so I definitely would not recommend putting it in that long unless you're gonna do like a video. But if you're just melting at home by yourself, definitely do like maybe 30, 25. And also do keep in mind, every microwave is different. Some microwaves are hotter, some microwaves take a little bit longer. So give your wax a cut. If it's all messy and chunky and it bothers you, put it back in and warm it up a little bit longer. So maybe you might have some solid slices like this. But again, wax does not have to be perfect. At the end of the day, it all gets melted anyways. But I know some people really care, like me, and some people don't. So it does not have to be perfect. So then my mom joined. But anyways, where have I lived? I was born in Germany, but I was just literally born there. I did not live there. I was born in Germany, and then from Germany we went 3 days later. They were stationed in Greece. So I was born in Germany. 3 days later, I flew home I flew back to Greece in a shoebox, like literally a cardboard box. I flew back in, and then we lived in Greece. Well, we lived in Greece for a while, and then we went to go live in Spain for a while. We lived in Spain. And then about that time, that's when my dad was getting ready to retire. So we moved back. This is when I first went to the States. We went to live in Illinois. And then from Illinois, me and my mom came here, and my dad finished his time out in Illinois. So those are the only places I lived. I didn't really get to live too many places. Like my sister, she lived all of those places, and she lived in Korea, and she lived in a bunch of awesome places. So that is where I have lived. I'm hoping you guys could see this. Yeah, you can see it. And I like to move the pieces. Yeah, I like to move the pieces up after I cut them into like the size that I want, so that they can cool down. Because then they still get like too hot, and then when you try and package them, they start like, I don't know, getting all stuck together. So it was turning out pretty nice, but now it's getting kind of messy, I think, since they've had time to cool. See how they're still coming out pretty good. I really like these color combinations. I try to cut them in a size where I will not cut them again, because I have the tendency to like cut wax like a million times. So I try to just cut them once, so I won't be cutting them over and over. Okay, so those are the places that I lived. The other question she asked is, where do I live now? I live in San Antonio, Texas. That is where my mom's family lives, I should say. They live here. So when they retired, obviously this is where we came. So we live in San Antonio. And the other question she asked is, where would I want to live? I think if I could live anywhere, I would love, well, okay, anywhere in the States. I mean, I don't know. If I could live anywhere, I would really love to live in Japan for a little while. I would love to live in a lot of places overseas. But in the States, I think I would just love to live in DC. I've traveled a lot in the States. I've traveled a lot, but really a lot in the States. And DC has been the one place that has really made me feel like, dang, I kind of want to live here. I would kind of, and I totally think that I would if it wasn't for my son. Because I really want my son to have like a close relationship with his grandparents. And I don't want to like move far from them. But besides that, it would totally be Washington, the state of Washington. Washington State. It's so beautiful. I know it rains a lot there, but it's just so beautiful. The weather's beautiful. The food is amazing. I really, really loved it. I've been there twice and I loved it both times. Okay, so that is my mess of a chop. And it is so much easier to cut on this wax paper. This is my first time ever cutting on wax paper, and it is just a breeze. Like, it's so much easier. So I would recommend, if you have wax paper, I would say totally use the wax paper. I mean, I wouldn't go out and buy wax paper just to cut, but I just so happen to have some. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is gonna go and I'm gonna put this in the microwave next. So this I'm gonna put in for 10 seconds this way, turn it upside down and do 10 more seconds this way. So I will be right back. Okay, so I am back. So 10 seconds up, turned it upside down, and 10 seconds just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right away so it does not cool down too much. So I'm just gonna cut this in half, right down the middle. And then gonna cut it, oh gosh, right down the middle again. And then right down that side. And then right down there. So that didn't turn out perfect at all. But I got quite a bit of melts out of this. 8 melts out of a 5-ounce pie. So this is going to cool down as well. So many little pieces I just broke off. I'm probably going to just throw all of this in the warmer so it don't go to waste. So that is my loaf cutting video. It has been a long time, but hopefully I will be able to start doing them again. I have a lot of loaves to chop up. But that is everything that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like videos like this, thumbs up the video. And again, if you have any questions for me or anything like that you'd like for me to answer, please feel free to leave that down in the comments below. I would totally love to answer whatever questions you guys have in my next video. But if I get none, then I will definitely figure out something to talk about, because I do like to talk, if you have not been able to tell. So anyways, that is my video. I'm going to let these kind of cool down a bit, clean up this mess. Then I'm just going to package them up, put them back in this bag, and I'm going to just put that little mini pie back into the bag it came in. So again, that is everything. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and have a great day.